Righty, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Late Night Green.
Yeah.
Modified interview / late night edition, early style. What's up, brother?
Man, listen, you on time, baby.
Well, we're not quite on time, but we're close to being on time. And, you know, man, we're in the summer months of August, and, you know, there's all kinds of stuff going on. We're kind of revamping stuff. We've got a big audition coming up on the 20th here, so I forgot to bring that flyer.
Well, looking forward to that.
Yeah, guys, go check out like X or Instagram or any of those, and you'll see that we have a flyer up. We're doing an audition on the 20th, and we're looking for some production people, from VMix operators to some editors, and we're also looking for on-air talent. So if you think that you've got, you're in the Philadelphia area, Philadelphia, New York, Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, if you're in the area and you think that you've got what it takes to be on air, because if we can do it, you can do it. And
I don't know about that.
Well, we're going to do a tryout, and, you know, we're going to be here from 4 to 10 on August 20th at the Cough Country Studios. There's a registration link on the flyer. Just go ahead and scan that, sign up, and we will see you guys here at the studio on August 20th.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Next week, next Wednesday, coming up close.
It's coming close.
Coming up close. And
So-
we're also looking for a third host for the Late Night Green Show.
Yep, and
Right.
we're looking for sexy stylists because we'll be in September launching the Late Night Green hair salon.
Yes,
So,
my man Phil need a cut.
I
So, you know, that's his idea. You know what I mean? Keep
Yo,
him fresh.
if-
You know what I'm saying? Come on in, support Phil, keep a fresh cut.
Anya, if you're watching right now, why did you break your foot? I need to get my hair cut, girl. Come on now, quit playing. So I just found out today I can't get my hair cut. So we got to get this. Yeah, she hurt herself, man.
Oh, man.
But I got to get a haircut no matter how you do it. And so, you know, kind of join us on the 20th, guys. If you're in the area, we're looking for news anchors, third co-host on this show. We're looking for Strains of Yesterday. We're looking for OGs on Strains of Yesterday to take that new show.
A few people to sit on the set.
Yep, we're obviously
doing the show, Late Night Green Show.
always looking for people on the set. And then the other thing too is we are starting to look for host. We're starting to begin the process to look for host for QVTHC.
There you go.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say anything more about it, but we're gonna revolutionize things here soon.
Look, I'm buying that.
Right on, man. All right, so if you guys saw the, if I asked the control room if you could put up the thumbnail for our show on the big screen in the back, I would really appreciate that, because we've got a very, very special guest in the house. We have a treat tonight. My man. So let's see. Can you, if you can put that up on the big screen, that would be super awesome. The thumbnail. But we've got Pat from Infused Philly with us tonight. The infamous Pat is here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome.
What's up,
Welcome,
baby?
my friend.
It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
And so Pat is, you know, he's pretty well known in the area, but very specifically, he does a pretty good mean cheesesteak. And
I try.
yeah, so we got your
We take
special,
it to the higher level over where.
right on. So what you can see is we featured one. You know, obviously we're featuring you, Pat, because you're the sole founder of this. I mean, you're the creating force of this. But we marketed as Medicated Cheesesteaks because, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we are going to have tonight, along with infused lemonades. So Medicated Cheesesteaks are on the menu. Welcome to the show, Pat.
Thank you for having me.
We are thrilled to have you.
We have the Galactic Runts strain is being showcased in the cheesesteaks.
All right.
Oh.
Galactic Grunts.
Galactic Runts.
Runt strain. Okay.
Galactic
Runts
Runts.
is always good.
Yeah, it's in the ribeye. It's in the cheese sauce, and it's in the onions.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Triple layered up in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
he said you guys weren't lightweight, so I figured, you know, no
No-
reason,
no lightweights
no
in the
reason to
house.
hold back.
Yeah,
Not
that-
lightweights in the house.
The 5 and 10 milligram stuff it doesn't do anything
Nah,
for us. I
nah.
mean, so we kind of start out at 100 and then we go from there and we'll see how we're feeling, right? So
Yes.
That's what we do. So I'm super excited. We've had this episode planned for a minute. Pat and I had the opportunity, and we reached out quite a while ago to Infused Philly. I think I'm getting.
I was on vacation.
Getting some feedback.
I was on staycation.
Staycation?
Yeah.
I know what staycation
Right.
is.
Turn the phone off, sit around in the yard, watch the plants grow.
So,
There you go.
so we reached out to Pat during his staycation, and when he came back from his staycation, he was kind enough to give us a call back. And so when he called back, we were excited to hear from him because he was someone that we really wanted to talk to when we had first reached out to him. And then I got on the phone, and we started talking, and I'm like, I really would like to see Pat come in. And, he actually told me a few things, and I'm like, this is a great story. We want to bring you in. There's so much to tell. And, I know we only have a limited amount of time tonight, so what we decided to do was kind of compact an interview with the cheesesteaks, with a little bit of what you expect on Late Night Green, all in a more compact, shorter version tonight. So let's start very specifically with a little bit of your background, because we'll get into the cheesesteaks and we'll get into how you do them and what you're currently doing today. But take us a little bit back and give us your history. Where are you from? And
I grew up like North Jersey, outside of New York.
now, can I ask if you were a Giants fan when you were growing up?
No.
Okay.
So wait a
Nah.
minute. How you gonna get right to that?
Nah.
You know what? I'm sorry.
Nah.
He's a little rude sometimes.
Yeah, it's all good. I came to Philly in '98. I've been here ever since.
First question, he going in.
Right.
I mean, if I don't ask him now, I'm going to forget. And since we've a
I
Cowboys,
was born in the subway of Vienna.
this guy grew up.
Okay, my man.
This guy grew up in Philly, and he's a Cowboys fan.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
And at the end of the show, stay tuned. We have a big announcement because there's going to be something happening with this little Cowboys Eagles thing that we got going on. But go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no. It's and like my old work brought me to Philadelphia in the '90s for work for South Street and tattoo shops,
Gotcha.
and then I've been here pretty much ever since. Branched out different parts, traveled a lot, but Philadelphia's been my home ever since.
Right on. And when you and I talked, we talked about the tattoo shops.
Yeah.
And you've been involved in this for a very
30
long
years,
30
about
years.
30 years.
And not just in Philadelphia either.
No.
You expanded your work elsewhere.
All over Amsterdam. I worked off Spain, New York, New Jersey, all over the country, all over the place. That part of this whole thing, in the early 2000s, for like 10 years, I went to Amsterdam for 2 months every summer and, tattooed and would bring seeds back, smuggle seeds back. And we had a
dual
hydro.
purpose.
Yeah.
Now,
of
so
course.
one of the things I pointed out in our conversation is not
I
that
think
he-
the statute of limitations is in my favor and all this right now.
Yeah,
so-
you're right.
Well, you went over on an artistic visa.
Yeah.
Right.
I was there for work purposes.
Yeah.
I was a guest of some people.
But at that time, right, there were no better seeds in the world than the seeds you can get from Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was the Mecca.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
basically,
Dutch
so-
Seed Bank. That was where we used to go to the, to the Dutch Seed. It was,
Now, can we-
it used to be called back then. It's something else.
Now, we allowed to talk about how them seeds made their way back?
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell that part of the
All right,
story.
well, tell
too.
it because I found this
So,
shit fascinating.
I mean, I'll tell the whole story, really. So,
go ahead.
Break
Let's
it down,
go.
baby.
It's
you know,
good. This shit's
back
good.
then, all the tattoo conventions around Europe were run by the Hells Angels, right? So you go over there, you be a guest of the Hells Angels. That's how you get your visa paperwork and everything like that, right? So, they own like hotel over there. It's not a bunch of dirty bikers like it is over here. It's they own like banks and hotels
Okay,
and
corporate
brothels. Yeah. Like we would do our money exchanges in their banks because they would waive the exchange fees and all that.
Okay, weekend bikers.
Well, most of them were like ex-militaries, worth tons of money, right? But they all had brothels, and they're like more organized crime than bikers, whatever.
There you go.
So they'd have all these employees of the brothels that would be like waitresses and other things, and they'd give out like their little porno things, trinkets, right? So what I would do is I would take all the seeds, I'd bring back 3 strains every single year, And then my boxers, I'd take them out of the packaging, and then you know how like boxer shorts got the piping on like the edge of the leg, and then like the dick flap, right?
The dick flap.
So I put each strain in each one. I'd collapse the boxes down, and I'd stick the boxes in like a bag or an envelope in the stack of all the porno, because like most of that European porno you can't bring into America. They ain't letting it happen.
Okay, the shit
So-
hardcore, huh?
Yeah, like amputees and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Damn.
But it was
Fetish
crazy
shit,
stuff.
huh?
They see, but it was a great distraction, right? So I'd always put them, and they'd be like, "What's up with these seeds?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's a joke for the guys that work for me at the shop. I flush the seeds down the toilet." And then they'd let me keep the packaging, and they'd be like, "What's up with all this porno?" I'd be like, "Oh, they gave it to us at the convention." And then they'd all start going through the porno because they have to confiscate it, which means they were all going to split it up and take it home with them.
What'd they say? What's up with the
Dirty-
three-toed chicks in
dirty-
there?
But so they never paid attention to the empty weed seed packages. And I had the seeds in my underwear, and they never paid no attention to me with the seeds in the underwear. And I come home, Papa eats all the seeds out, and then my cousin would do the science and grow them. We had a hydroponic room for like 10 years.
You didn't sperminate them, did you?
No. I wasn't the pollinator. I didn't do the pollinating.
Man, I love that story, man.
That's a great story.
Yeah, every year, 10 years.
So
It
you
worked
brought
every
back
single
like
time.
3 different strains. So how many seeds would that?
This is before
Well,
the-
they used to call me back then. You could buy like packs of 7. They were like packs of 7.
This is
average.
pre 9/11,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they didn't have them scanning machines like they got.
Yeah,
now.
back in the day- this back in the day when you could crotch
the
shit.
TSA
Oh,
back
yeah, I
then
crotched
was
shit.
easily
Man,
distracted by free porno.
Bro, it was
like-
back in the day. It was so fucking easy to get through
Oh,
security.
yeah.
There wasn't no TSA. All you did is put that shit in your man. Just put it in your underwear. Go through security. Go to the bathroom. Pull it out. You're game
That's
back
that
on.
I had a half ounce in my front pocket one time.
Damn.
I swear, forgot all about it. Walked right through.
Yo, there was an NBA
Damn,
player.
Grady.
It was an NBA
But it
player.
was just the metal detectors then, though.
He
Like,
wasn't as smart as you. An NBA player back in the day, about 20 years ago, tried to go to the airport in his pocket, but he had the shit in tinfoil.
That's how I get you. Yeah.
I'm like, dumbass.
Yeah,
I
let me put
used to
some,
work
let me
over
put
there in
some metal in my
Amsterdam.
pocket and shit.
And I would come home and go through my laundry. I'd always find like weed in the dirty clothes and stuff. I'd be like, damn, meanwhile I'm smuggling seeds and worried about all that. They could have like caught me with the 3 joints I had in my pants from last week.
Yeah, there you
know?
go.
I love it, man. I love it. So you spent your summers in
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. You were doing
Amongst other places, but Amsterdam was the
but
main.
you learned a lot.
Yeah.
You gave a lot.
Yeah.
And you learned a lot.
Yeah.
And you brought home something.
Yep. 100%.
And
100%.
then that was shared with other people.
And my cousin did magic with those seeds, some genetics. My cousin did a lot of good stuff with that grow room.
And I even heard there might have been a creation of a
My
stri-
cousin is the official purveyor of the Blue Hammer strain with seeds that were smuggled in my underwear. Like the parent strain seeds were smuggled in my underwear from Amsterdam.
Now, how do you like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Get
That's
the fuck
what's up.
out of here.
So what was his technique? Was he growing in the soil?
No,
or
it was a hydroponic with a
Hydroponics.
rock wool. With the
Yeah.
wheel, he had
Rocks
a
and
rock
water.
wool.
So you're talking
and it
about the
was like
90s?
remember the old school like that, like like you got a small
This-
grow room, you do the 2 tiers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was double tier, and it was like an old walk-in closet in his
Right.
house down there.
Now they
It was
got these
beautiful,
kits you
man.
can just throw up anywhere.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
tent and
No, it was
everything.
before all that, and he was
Yeah.
like a scientist, but it was
Yeah.
good.
Took
It was
skills
good. I was
back
proud
in
of
the
him.
day.
I was very proud of him.
Yeah, took skills.
Now, is this
It
your
wasn't
your
video.
big brother or your little
No, it's like
brother?
my older cousin. He's like my older cousin. So,
There you go. So the hammer, what was that strain?
the Blue Hammer.
Blue Hammer.
Blue
That's
Hammer.
still around?
It's still around.
That-
It
that
pops
strain
up.
from
You
yesterday
can
or what?
actually, within the last couple of years, like post-pandemic, I've seen it in the dispensary on Frankfurt Ave over there.
You guys
What
still
hell
got
is
the
that
mother
place?
plant?
Now, my cousin sold all the genetics to some
Okay.
people, everything. They took everything, and then he relocated to Colorado.
Okay.
you.
So,
And that was in, I think, 2012 or something, 13. I was already back in Philly full-time when he sold all the genetics.
So what's the delineation? Is that a indica type or?
It was sativa dominant, but it was a hybrid. So it was like, I want to say, I think it was like 70 sativa. It was a little,
Okay.
so like back to, see now my health situation, like sativas and heavy sativa stuff makes my foot spasms lock up.
Okay.
But I used to be a huge sativa guy. Like, I mean, you want to talk old strains, Jack Harrow, all kinds of the
Jack
old
Harrow,
jam.
that was
Yo,
popular.
get off the plane in Amsterdam. No, I'm going to be tattooing and painting and all kinds of art. So Jack Harrow for the daytime when the work needs to get done because it'll keep you going. You could paint murals, tattoo full sleeves on people all day long. And then when the nighttime comes, switch it over to the heavy-ass indicas. You know, Williams
That's what's
Wonder,
up.
stuff like that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at night.
And you get the Amsterdam back then. You get the mix of all the hash. You get hash from all over the freaking world
Yeah,
back
like
then.
old
You
school
know,
hash,
the
too.
real greasy
Great
stuff,
shit.
the real dry Moroccan stuff. Yeah, the oily stuff. You get it all. Mix it up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And some boobies in the window.
Yeah. And that's it. You do a little window shopping. And the good thing about Amsterdam, it is literally the red light district is totally catered for people who are smoking copious amounts of weed. So there's like food from all over the planet. You know, like you go into places, it'll be like you go into a pizza place and they'll be like, we have these chili dog pizzas, and it's like, it's like, oh, they already thought about the stoner food for you.
Damn.
You know, like
Is
you're
the
like,
food
damn.
is the food medicated?
Now, you know what?
there you go.
But I will say though, in the coffee houses, and I have been trying to bootleg. There was a place from this coffee house called the Grasshopper. They had a few locations around the red light district, right? They had this thing called the Choco Stick, right? And it was like the cake was medicated, and then the cream that was in between the two layers of cake was also medicated, and then they would dip the whole thing in chocolate, right? It was like a double-layered Twinkie, basically, right?
Okay.
And dipped
There
in
you
chocolate.
You fuck with that.
But the
I'm
cream
eating
that
that.
they would make fresh, they would put, and I've actually done this with other things, but I've never been able to bootleg this one thing, and I've tried for almost a decade. They would put keef crystals in the cream when they would whip it, so it would freaking shimmer, dude. It was the most beautiful thing I ever seen.
Stop.
I've tried
Stop
to bootleg it many times. Like I've done it with like glazes on like, cakes and things like that, and you can pull it off, but not as good as they could
Not
over
as
there.
shiny. They got that technique or
Bro.
something.
And it adds to the potency of the whole thing on
No
top of it
doubt.
all. Like not only does it like intrigue you visually, but it's also gonna take you to a higher level.
That keef.
It was good. They would have like a small, you could get like infused tacos would be a special in some of the places. Like back the
Intriguing.
Amsterdam.
So you go up-
the
they give you go
Amsterdam
up?
coffee house business model would be the best lounge in these times in America for recreation.
Perfect after dinner dessert.
Yeah.
See, Greedy, when you get your hot chocolate, don't order no cinnamon on it. Just get the keef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Order the keef instead of the cinnamon on top. So, before we get into how you made some of your transitions, because it started in North Carolina. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where some rubber met the road.
Definitely. That's where the grow room was.
Well, you know what? Let's just talk about that. So let's talk about North Carolina and then some of the inspirations and how we ended up where we are today.
Well, I mean, North Carolina, I was still primarily tattoo stuff, traveling all over the place, whatever. My business model was I would bring artists from Philly and New York down and not deal with the local talent and, whatever. So there was constantly...
Some big names, too, you worked on.
Yeah, worked with, all over, And most of them are still like my family to this day.
That's awesome.
Drive me to doctor's appointments, whatever. Drive me to the Italian market to pick up prime ribs so we could have cheesesteaks tonight. All kinds of stuff. Shout out to Don Juan.
Shout out.
Nice assist, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But so then we had all this trim from the grow room, like all this beautiful hydroponic trim, shimmering with keef. And we would keep it all, and like it was just so much. Like, what the hell are we gonna do? Did we make butter, make basic, simple edibles, all
Cookies,
kinds of
yeah.
stuff? Now, the whole time we're living down there, no good cheesesteaks. So every time people would come from Philly, we'd have them stop and get, hit the Italian market, bring us the
Yeah,
Cooper
see,
Sharp, get the bread from Sarcone.
Right, I gotta explain something to everybody. If you're not from Philly, and then you're gone and you move away from Philly, you still got to deal with the whole cheesesteak thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you like it or not. And so
and it's normally not pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
You got to take it the bull by the horns.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you got to pretty much make it yourself, which is still the same fact of getting the ingredients.
The local ingredients options
that's
are
the
normally the
getting the
problem.
right
That's the
shit.
key, the right shit. The Sarcone's bread, right? The steak.
The bread, the proper meat.
And the proper meat from the market.
The
From
bread, the hardest
and-
part to get. probably.
And
That's
all.
the thing, especially
Cooking the
down
cheese.
south. Like those motherfuckers could make a killer biscuit in the south. They couldn't make bread to save them. They couldn't make a roll to save their lives.
the other secret is too letting the cheese melt on the steak
Yeah.
while it's on the grill.
Yeah.
Why can't they
Or
make
you
bread?
got to have the cheese pre-melted into a sauce format. That's how we medicate the cheese. So I
There you
already
go.
got it going. But it's
Why
not taking
can't they
deli
make
block
good
of
bread?
Cooper.
Why can't they make good bread?
Minerals in the water.
Is it had nothing to do with humidity?
You need
Because-
this
so when I
hard
was-
ass water from out here.
But because it's glacial minerals. That's why we get better water up. We get better bread up here. So when I lived in Charlotte, there was these people that they would dude would bring down a box truck full of those 5-gallon like water cooler bottles of water from like up Port Jervis, Pennsylvania.
Stop it.
For their pizza, and it was the only pizza that was worth the shit for probably 100 miles.
What?
And it was that was it. And they were from up here, and they were when I was living down there, they had one location. By the time I moved out of there, they had 6 locations, and they were already into the next state over.
Ain't that shit some shit?
God damn.
Fresh water.
All these pollutants
It's
shit making that water
the
right.
minerals in the water that like you go out west to the desert, they ain't got those minerals either.
Wow.
It's the Northeast.
Wow. Okay.
Bagels, pizza dough,
Bagels are another thing that can't be replicated.
bread.
They even take that more specific to New York. You need like New York water in order to have proper bagels.
You can't fuck around with the bagels.
You really can't. But you
Yeah.
can't fuck around with a fucking cheesesteak roll either.
This is true.
Or just in general now, the when you get to outside of the Philly area, the cheese steak in general, like there is a difference between a cheese steak and a steak sandwich.
Oh hell.
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? You put too many toppings and you get too crazy and loose
Well,
with
listen,
the craziness.
I don't know where they got the idea of green peppers.
Yes, sir.
Or no, we don't do the motherfuckers
Nah.
hot pepper. They,
Yeah,
somehow
yeah.
miscommunication.
Long
with this
hots,
motherfucker,
cherry
so.
peppers. I'll even do
You know
a
what I'm saying?
pepperoni.
Right, you're right. You're
Green
right.
peppers, get the hell out
The
of here.
fuck
That's a
they talking?
fajita.
You know a motherfucker ain't from around here.
Yeah.
But you ain't even in
bro.
the tri-state area.
And everywhere I traveled all over the world, they hate with the cheesesteak thing. You look, Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
You know what it is? Let's say you're in Cologne, Germany, and they're like, try the Philly cheesesteak. You know right away it's going to have peppers, onions. It's like a fajita on a roll. Like,
Yeah.
bro, this ain't Philly. This is San Antonio.
You know? Yeah, it's hard to replicate. That's one of those things. That's why I like a lot
Cheese,
of,
onions, good meat. That's it. And then
That's
the
it.
bread is the vehicle that delivers it.
you're going to have to spend the money to get the ingredients.
Or go to the right place. If you ain't got them around you, like in the beginning when we were down there, it was like, okay, I guess we just don't get cheesesteaks anymore. We're going to have to travel.
Wait till we get home.
But, you start pushing 10 years, and it's like, you know what, we're going to have to take the bull by the horns down here and make this happen. You know?
Yeah. You got to have one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Wow.
Cheesesteak. So on that subject, that's your specialty.
That is the sandwich that put us on the map.
So
is
that's
the
what.
medicated
But that's when it
cheesesteak.
started. So it just started out of the fact that you had a bunch of extra trim.
Yep, we were
And-
making butter. We were doing so
So you
simple
had more,
edibles like
so you had
instant
more
better
butter,
crocker,
and you
better
had
crocker.
more than you needed, and you said, "There's no cheesesteaks here. Let's bang them out." How did you?
Well, we at that point we were playing around with just making decent cheesesteaks, and then we were kind of dicking around with edibles and this and that, and make a roast chicken, make Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving dinners, things like that, blah blah
Gotcha.
blah, and we had a ridiculous amount of butter and trim, freezers, chest freezers full of it, piled up.
Wow, it's
like
you got all
insane.
this excess.
Where it's like, why don't we put some in the cheesesteaks? Why don't we make ice cream with some?
Conservation.
so the
Got to do
cheesesteak.
something with it. It
So-
was too beautiful. It was all that beautiful crystal covered hydroponic.
God.
Even the leaves, you just want to
some
lick
keef
them.
off the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, who do you think made a fucking cheesesteak medicated before him? I don't think anybody did.
I mean, the Cheesesteak City people had the legal team look into it, and they couldn't find nobody before me. That's why they put me down in the history as the guy.
Yeah,
who-
so-
the originator.
Yo, this. So
I was in there with Ed Rendell, man. I was in there with Ed Rendell.
Yo,
Yeah.
So
What Ed do?
I don't think you guys.
I did a couple cameos with him. We talked
That's
about
what's
back
up.
in the day.
Yo, Ed,
I met him unofficially under the table in a place called Signatures back in the day. It's a strip club.
I was going to say that sound like a strip club.
Yeah. I met him there like 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what? I don't remember if it was right after or right before he was the mayor. I think it was right after he was the mayor.
Yo, that's sweet. Rendell
And he
was
remembered.
a man of
He
the
did
city.
remember
he was
me
all around.
when I met him to do the cameo with him. He kind of remembered me, not so much specifically, but he remembered the times.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he remembered my bosses, the people I worked for back.
I got to give it to him. He was in the community.
Yeah. He's a
he
man
liked
of the
to have
people.
fun. He's a people.
And I
person.
do like what he did with the 9/11 Commission too. He was all right with that, you know, like releasing as much as he could force on it.
So when did you start? When did you start selling these fucking cheesesteaks? When did that happen?
When they were doing the Philly smoke sessions, we would vend there. I was like I told you, I was trying to start it off as a game show, but
So
it didn't get no traction.
You're already back from North Carolina already.
Oh
Right?
yeah, at that
Okay.
point, that's like 2015, 16.
Gotcha.
There, dude, I came back from North Carolina full time for good 2010.
And so that's when it started. You selling them at these events, and then from there,
We would do wings and mini cheesesteaks
That's awesome.
at the events at all the Philly smoke sessions, and it was in the beginning before it turned into like a giant money grab. Those things were like possibly one of the greatest community events Philadelphia ever saw.
wow.
I'll always give Poe props on that.
That's what's up.
Wow.
Right into town.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. So tell us about the business model today, because I love your fucking business model, and I know it's a bit of an underground model, and for every right reason as it should be, but I think it's fascinating, and I think people want to know about it because it's really interesting. And
I mean, it's basically a private club model, and like part of that is like so. We technically operate in a gray area because Pennsylvania can't get it together and make final, rules for even edibles.
You don't need.
in the state.
You don't need to wait 10 years to get your business on.
But there is in the laws right now, people with medical marijuana cards can form collectives to share recipes and things like that. Like-minded individuals with health problems trying to help each other out, type thing. So that's our club.
Okay.
Right.
You're in the club, you make a donation to the MS Center to join the club. We got a list of some pro
You
bono
said you make a
people that-
donation to charity to get in this club.
That
Yeah.
sounds a very legitimate and a very good cause.
Yeah, like I don't care about your entrance fee, but if you're not willing to help out some people down on their luck that are sick,
Yeah.
So
I'm not trying to argue with you over a $10 lollipop.
It's
You
not.
know what I'm
It's
saying?
not going to work
Yeah,
out.
I'm asking for a friend. So what if someone has like Peyronie's disease or something?
Right, like the J, like
Could
the
they,
J's.
could they be eligible for the group?
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, man. This T-Rolls Peroni. We talked about this.
That's
before.
like the third one. That's the third one. I do like those natural plant cellulose papers, though.
Yeah.
That you like?
Yeah. I'm a big fan. But that is a curse of those papers. They do Peroni out like
Now
that.
I seen cousins without that paper and they're Peroni.
Oh man.
I think he's got a Peroni inducive style.
You roll that Peroni around the
You put
other way, and they
did
call
you
that
put the filter
Sager.
in?
I use a joint roller. I put it in. I use a.
Oh, that's a
roller.
joint roller doing that?
You need to beef it up more.
You need to beef that bitch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, matter of fact, bring that in next time you're here, and we got to reach out to the manufacturer to find out if it's supposed to be Peroni styled or not.
Yo, hold up. I got a question.
Go ahead.
So, like you said, need to be. You mixed?
Am I mixed?
Yeah. You all black?
Yeah.
Man, how dare you fucking ask him that fucking question?
Man, look. Shit, I'm just trying to kick it, man. This look like a Jewish dick or some shit.
Nope.
God damn, man, he is just fucking. Anybody gets offended, man. Look what you.
Look, I'm sorry.
Okay. Shit. God damn.
Bruh.
All right. Anyway, man, I hope nobody heard that.
It's a weed joke, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Lighten up.
Know what I'm
Everyone
saying?
needs to lighten up.
Take it easy.
So he's got. I love the business model because you've got to do something fucking right to get in this, and then once you're in, you're getting different things every week, right?
We try to change it up. It's like 2 to 3 menus a month. we take off July, except we do one menu just to keep continuity and people that are around. Most people go away in July, so why am I going to kill myself in a hot-ass kitchen, you know?
Right, that's true.
I do my staycation in July.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. And so what are some of the other items that we would...
I mean, we've
Give me some examples.
Post-pandemic, now it's more streamlined. But like when we were doing sit-down, before the pandemic, I would, friends with restaurants, I, use their places in their downtime. Oh, I got it. And we would do sit-down dinners. It's like certain things don't carry well on delivery. But pre-pandemic, we would do medicated lobster thermidor, prime rib, buckets of chicken, because we had access to a place that had one of those, those Henny Penny ones where, it's like the super one. It does 40 pieces, and it's like, the bottom level is all the legs, the top one is all the breasts, and you load it up so we could pull out buckets of medicated chicken, dude.
Yo, that's interesting you said that. Cause
it was great.
I was telling Phil the other day, I was watching this show, Popular
Greedy
TV
just lit
show,
up.
Popular TV show, where they had a person come on, and they made edible meals and everything. And she had everything, the lobster, the wings. It was
Lobster
like
takes it good.
$20 a wing. So she was like exorbitant price. It was like, come on, honey, but it's all about trying to sell it.
So I feel bad for what we charge. I mean, mostly nowadays, post-pandemic, what drives the cost, believe it or not, it's not the weed. It's like the market value on the prime rib for the cheesesteaks. It's the
So how much? So maybe I don't want to if it's not appropriate, it's not appropriate. This ain't the first time I asked.
So last Friday was cheesesteaks, macaroni and cheese.
Combo. I seen a picture of the macaroni and cheese.
And it was
so that's on the side. Cheese
you get a side. Normally it's a one or two sides, and it's totaling between everything, and then the main. And with totaling, we shoot for around 100 milligrams for the whole thing. That's and I try to make the portions big enough so you could bust it in half if you wanted to, or you can go crazy, or you could house it.
What's the highest milligram cheesesteak that you've made? What's the highest dose?
Well, special requests for catering, there was I got a couple of stories about back in the day of people with wanting pipe dreams of insanely high milligrams on things so Stu goes to me, can you make me 1,000 milligram cheesesteak, right? And I was like, well, I can make you 1,000 milligram cheesesteak, but one cheesesteak this big that has 1,000 milligrams in weed, it is just going to taste like you're eating weed. Cheesesteak.
Okay.
Unless you use
taste is a factor.
Yeah, I mean, at some point you could just I'll just give you a stick of weed butter, and you could just eat that.
But couldn't you marinate in distillates that are clear and no taste?
So the problem with that, you know what? I don't know, I'm about to spill some beans. So the problem with that is, and this is all right. So people try to bootleg what I've done over the years, right?
Right.
So we make all the drinks and the iced pops, and there's a section of our catalog of products that is made with distillate, right? Most people assume we make everything with distillate, and that's how we get our milligrams so exact. But really, when I make all the butter and the oils and everything like that, I send it to a lab and just get it lab tested. And then I know every amount that I put into everything. And after years of keeping track, cook out, you got to, certain things with high heat, you got to figure off cook off. But it's a system. I have piles of handwritten notes of all the math.
High heat.
Not just getting
high heat's not a friend.
It's the anti of keeping your milligrams. So microwaves too.
Microwave.
Yeah, microwaves. So I always tell people if to reheat it, to avoid the microwave if possible.
Because you're killing it.
Yeah, you're just nuking the milligrams right out of it.
We don't want to fucking do that. No. I like this. And so what would, I'm interested, T. Greedy interested, I know Mr. Todd's probably interested, what's something like this cost after we do our donation?
So, once you're in, the average meals are, let's say, a standard average meal is between $35, sometimes $40. The real fancy ones, for the holidays, when we do filet tails au poivre, and things like that, $50. Now,
reasonable prices.
Up until the pandemic hit, those numbers were about $10 lower on everything.
I have to say they're very reasonable prices.
I think so too.
Yeah, no one's trying to get rich over here. The drinks, the 100 milligram drinks, in the $20 range, and
That's
then
normal.
but you add it to a combo, like club members add that into the combo, you get you cut knock
Right.
money off. Get
Get the combo.
And then the thing is like so.
I
You know,
love
We
this.
coming for the
You-
combo.
The lemonades are fresh. The combo is the move, always. You know that. Come on.
Sounds like it.
It's always
but,
the fucking move.
The lemonades are fresh. I squeeze all the lemons myself. So there's that. So they only have X amount of days. 20 days, they're good. So, as it starts to get down towards the end, like I got to make fresh ones because people are going to order extra ones. So you can't give them a lemonade that's going to expire in 2 days. That's a dick
Right.
move, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I make fresh ones, but now I got the, let's say 4 or a half dozen laying around that are about to expire in 2 days. Funnel them out to the club because I'm
Right.
grateful for every single one of them.
And what do
Yeah,
they
there
do?
you
They
go.
go on and say, "All right, I want 3 lemonades, or I want."
Oh, I mean, yeah, like 'cause even before the pandemic, because we're limited membership, there's people who get the membership, but then when they order, they'll have like 4 or 5 other friends over. So every time they order, it's
adding- they're
it's
adding.
like 5. One person gets the delivery to their house, and then they got all their friends over there, and they'll get 5 cheesesteaks, with add 5 lemonades, and then the ice pops.
And when you
There's
ch-
Let me get a
always
combo.
other snacks a la carte.
Yeah, that remind me in Kensington used to be a bar down on Front Street down there. They had a bar. They called it Kensington Happy Meal. Those are corner bar,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
hip right back in the day.
When you can
2
hang
hot
out there?
dogs, a Rolling Rock, and a bag of chips for $5.
Oh yeah. There was a couple
Man.
places in Fishtown that used to have
Yes,
stuff like
down
that.
in Fit-
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
That's the shit at
Yeah.
1 in the morning.
Yeah.
know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
You ain't kidding. So, so when you have a menu item, like, do they go on and say, "All right, this week is a choice between this," and then they go, "Give me 2 of these, 3 of these, whatever"? Is that how it goes?
Yeah,
Or
well,
you
like
just keep
we put a menu out there. It goes out to them. They any questions or whatever back and forth, and then we lock them in and write down
And you deliver.
and it gets delivered to their door. Yeah, post pandemic, we haven't been well. So the last events that we did was with the JSB guys JSB certification guys last
Yep.
summer down there on South Street.
Yep.
Awesome place. They had a great thing going on over there.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Will.
yeah, shout out to Will, definitely. Will and Chris. Yeah.
Yep.
Great things going on down there, but they're not there anymore. So
We gotta get Will on the show for sure.
yeah. He's a good one, man. I'd love to break him off with a cheesesteak too. He's probably craving one.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think if he watches us eat these ones
He-
tonight,
he
he's
from
gonna,
out
That
of
dude,
state.
let me tell you something. That dude is a great host. Like when my club members we would do events there, all my club members, both of them, they loved that place. It was comfortable. That lounge they had
Yeah.
down there was nice, man.
Yeah, I he invited me down. I didn't make it, and I'm sorry that I didn't. But yeah. Shout out to you, brother Will, and hopefully you're on our show here soon. Before we go to break, do we want to talk a little bit about how cannabis helps you personally? Because you kind of have a pretty interesting story.
I mean, I'll definitely tell it. I'll
Go
definitely
ahead,
tell it.
give us a, and then we'll go to break. After that, we'll come back and we'll partake in some cheesesteaks and all that stuff. So, but I think listen, there's a lot of things that you told me where it would equate out to you not even being here right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Without cannabis right now, not being here or horrible. Not that my quality of life is that great with my health problems, but my quality of life would be horrible. At one point, I was bedridden for like 2 years in a hospital. So, like, we're definitely saying I'm improved since then.
Very improved.
And at one point, too, I was in a wheelchair and I couldn't, I was, having all these problems from nerve damage from chemical exposure, and then, later on being diagnosed with MS. Spasms, my toes locking up, things like that, my hands locking up.
Double, so
So-
chemical and MS.
I would take these, anti-spasm things, and what they would do is they would weaken your muscles so you couldn't spasm. So I'm trying to walk again and not be stuck bedridden and in a wheelchair. So somebody, I was smoking weed since the 80s. People were like, well, why don't you start, I was like, I'm done with all this pharmaceutical shit. If I'm not going to walk, I don't want to sit around,
All these effects.
So stopped taking all the pharmaceutical stuff, started paying attention to the strains that I smoked, and bam, like, you know, I mean, it wasn't an overnight thing, but I mean, I learned how to walk again, and I mean, I walk every day.
But you probably
I walk my
had
ass
little
in your
things
door.
happen right away. Like,
The spasms got in check quick, and then, you know, the problem was from so many years of being like wasted away from being bedridden and withered, I had to build up the muscle again to be able to.
Which you couldn't do while you're in spasm.
Yeah, no, it was never going to happen without the pharmaceutical angle. The pharmaceutical road kept me limited and trapped as a patient, basically. You know.
And I think, I mean, and listen, everyone's journey is different, right? But a lot of people have that same problem.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know,
when the first Infused Philly first started out, it was me and a couple other people in the hallway in the waiting room of the MS Center at Jefferson, and they were talking about they didn't even make the medical thing. They just were talking about getting ready to decriminalize it in Pennsylvania, and I was like, yeah, you know what's funny? We used to make these weed cheesesteaks down in North Carolina a couple years ago, and everyone was like, what? And then I was like, yeah. And even the doctor was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, start making them again. And then, like, I started making them. And then, like, you know, I started telling, you know, I'd be like, the doctors would be like, well, what do you do now to stop with the spasms? I'm like, yo, I eat edibles every single night.
Yeah, you know these doctors were copping cheesesteaks.
Oh, them motherfuckers getting them now. You know what I'm saying?
I have no comment on that.
Listen, we want them to be steady, too.
But I will say,
we don't need any comment.
They need a good night's sleep.
Yeah. My doctors definitely are supporters of what's going on.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is
positive
the
things.
trend, you know, so the medicinal, there's other options, natural options that are better. Less side effects.
This is what I always tell people. Somehow, 10,000 years, human beings on this earth smart enough to build a pyramid, at least, right? We'll say that, right?
Well, they say that
pharmaceutical companies only
might
been
have
around
done
for
that.
less than 200.
That's true.
So, and we didn't have so many chronic diseases until the pharmaceutical companies came around.
No doubt.
Just, you know, putting that out there. Somehow we made
Everything
it like,
that's
yo, if we got to
saw
saw your leg off because you got hurt in a construction accident, here's this morphine, and you two hold him down, and I got the saw. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it was. If you know, like, you got this, here's some cannabis. You know, here, take this hemp extract for your blocked up colon or whatever. Like, those old school. That's now how I look. You know how I got the arsenic I had? So I was telling you before, I used to be 300 pounds, and I had 7 times the amount of arsenic to kill a 300-pound man built up in my bloodstream.
What?
Because I was getting exposed to it slowly, and I was building up
Was
tolerance.
this like a job-related thing?
Cheap landlord.
House-related.
Cheap landlord. Put it in the crawl space under the house. It leached into the air conditioning system. Killed my dog, too, man.
So he... So he had it on the property, or like...
It was a duplex. It was connected crawl space. There was a sewer leak next door. He didn't want to do a contract with Terminex or whatever, so he got some crop dusting chemicals from his boy's father's farm. His boy's father passed away in like the 80s. The chemical was made by Dow in the 70s. It was 73. It was made illegal for crop dusting, and the dude had a barn full of it. So my landlord got some,
using it
spread it
because
in
he
the
can't
crawl
handle
space.
fucking.
I got pictures from the
Bullshit.
trial somewhere. It looks like fucking snow on the ground of the
Dumb
crawl
bitch.
space. It was like enough of the powder to do like acres, and it was in a crawl space like probably twice the size of this room.
And they use that to what? To get rid of bugs?
There was bugs from the sewer leak that were getting into the air conditioning system, so he spread it
cheap
around.
ass motherfucker. What's his name? What's his name?
don't blame him.
We can't do that.
Well, we'll blast him another time.
All right, because
We'll blast him
I'm
another
about ready
time.
to fucking blast him right now. That's not acceptable, man.
We'll blast him another time.
All right.
I'll blast him here and there.
Good. We'll make a whole. You tell me when you're ready. We'll make a whole
Well, that's
show
not-
about
that's
this,
not
man.
good.
I'll kick his the fucking ass, too greedy.
So, but anyway,
This motherfucker.
so you know that's how that all went down. That there's like before all that happened, it was I was traveling the world like a rock star, tattooing celebrities, partying, putting seeds in my boxer shorts and sliding through customs.
Well, while you're tattooing celebrities back in the day, you have become one here locally, man. I'll tell you that.
I appreciate that. But
No
that's
doubt.
none of that is why. Like literally, this is all done because I get medical benefits personally out of it. So I'd say that's my personal selfish side of the whole thing.
If you're making food for others, there's
We
always
got
food
a list
for you.
of people that we help out, and
That's great.
we offer. I mean, like I'll stand behind anything I put out there as top notch. Like I mean, medicated or not, you know. I mean, I'm not going to say it's the top 5 or top 10 even, but I'll put my cheesesteak up against anybody's. You know.
So do you have a cooking background? You're artistic. You're a tattoo artist.
No, I just used to tattooing afforded me insane amounts of cash. If I told you, and a lot of opportunities to rub elbows with extremely rich to do people. So I got this taste for, all types of food all over the world. And then it just, I was just like good food. And then it's became, I always enjoyed cooking. So
You ever rub elbows with Diddy?
no, I don't rub nothing with Diddy.
Why are you asking?
Don't let me find he got a
I got no.
tattoo and shit with a cheesesteak on that motherfucker.
I got no.
Now you gotta walk
Philly
Diddy
Infused
stories.
underneath
I
that
don't.
bitch.
Now you got to walk around.
I
Saying,
do got some good. I do got some celebrity stories I could get into, but Diddy ain't one of
Motherfuckers
them.
misunderstand you nowadays. You gotta say no Diddy before you say anything crazy, man. You gotta say because people think you're gay and shit.
I don't know no motherfucker.
Say no Diddy, and then say what you gotta say. So anyway, wow, I love your fucking story, bro. I love your, you just have resilience, man. You really
appreciate
do.
that.
Your story is fucking amazing, and I'm glad you're sharing it here with us. So this is what we're going to do, gang. We're going to take a commercial, but before we go to commercial, what I'd like to do is play out on a video that we have because remember we were invited to go do a tour at Cushy Labs.
Yes.
All right, so we got a little bit of a clip, and then from the clip, we'll just go right into the commercial. And when you come back, we're going to have cheesesteaks. But in this clip, guys, what you're going to see is I have a little visit, and what you see is me and AJ chopping it up in this is the joint rolling room we're in. He talks about this joint rolling machine. So we're going to play that video, and then we'll play the commercials, and then we'll see you guys right after on the backside.
What are you guys doing? How do you guys make it work?
Yeah.
The truth is, you can't, it'll tell you can do 1,500 pre-rolls in an hour.
Yeah.
If you try to do that, they're going to come out crappy. They're not going to look good. They're not going to pack well. You got to slow it down. You got to take your time.
And
You got to work with it. You got to be in tune with it.
Filters on these?
They're actually open crutches, right? So we have a couple right here, but if you look, they're just a crutch like this, and you've got it's got a little something in there.
Yep. This keeps
Take care of your Scooby snacks, right? You don't want to suck anything in, right?
Yeah, so it blocks.
That's the Twax. That's what we make. It's one of the top selling infused pre-rolls in the state of New Jersey right now, along with the clear vapes. So
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's
When we do
go.
something, we don't do it small. We do it right.
Let's go. Well, listen, I'm wearing blue things on my feet. And
Yes, you are.
You clearly are doing a lot right. All right.
So coming back here, this is our packaging area. Jordan's back there working. Jordan, what are you working on right now? 1 gram lobster butter. Lobster butter. Now let me tell you, this is an
Lobster
amazing
butter.
vape right here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about lobster butter yet.
Oh, lobster butter. You don't want to know about lobster butter. Lobster butter. Let me tell you, the potency on lobster butter. Let's take a look. Right now, if somebody wants to buy a vape and they want some good potency, read that number. What is that?
Holy shit.
Yeah. Read it out loud. They can't read. They
That's
can't even
right.
see it.
99.17.
99.17.
Oh.
You see it right there. That's our lobster butter. You're not going to find that anywhere else. That's what happens. See, that's good partnerships right there. When you have somebody who knows how to make your base for you and provides it to you, and you work with them, these are the types of things you come up with. So our lobster butter, believe it or not, is just straight distillate. That is our
what it is?
distillate. Yep, that's the base that we work with. And we went to our partner, Jay Smith, GDBS. Good people up there. Good shout out right there too.
Shout
That
out.
man, you want distillate, that's where you got to go. But we went to Jay and we're like, hey, listen, this is what we're looking to do. And he said, AJ, don't worry about it. I got you. And, we're all about people, partnerships, and processes. So that right there, that's your partnership side of it, right? So he was able to cook us up some really good distillate, use it for our lobster butter. Super clear. Look at that. It's gold color right there. You can't touch it, but Jordan can hold it up. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Get in there. Look at that beautiful, beautiful gold color.
He's like too close. So is that still falling in the clear?
Yeah, that's the clear. You can see it. It's got the clear on there. It's got the clear logo on there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool shit.
Yeah, man.
And you're the 1 grams, right? Yep.
And coming back here.
All right.
Shut that door. And then this is kind of a newest part of our venture. This is our kitchen.
All right.
So just started this up. We have an automated depositor here. So we are actually doing small batches of edibles gummies.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's something small. We're just starting it up, trying to feel it out, see how it goes.
This might be the room where there's some sort of sauce being made, I hear.
You might be able to smell it too. It smells good in here. It's like a candy factory,
I can smell something in here.
We actually are partnered with one. So we talked a little bit about kind of the smaller partners that we have. So I mentioned Sticky Greens, Heavy Hitters, and the Clear. But I've got to shout out Click. And so they approached us and said, hey, can we do some production here? And we're like, absolutely. So, we pump out, a couple thousand of them a week for them. They come in, they pick it up. Beautiful packaging, artisanal. Click. Go to your local dispensaries, check them out. Great people, good people.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Nice.
I love them. They're good people.
Yeah, New Jersey is humming. There's all types of things surfacing. People, this is a growing, blossoming.
It really
thing.
is. It really is. And it's starting to hit its stride a little bit. We can feel it. You got to really be complete when you get to market. You've got to have a good marketing plan. You got to have a good sales team. And really, you need to have good processes, right? So people, processes, partnerships, people, partnership, process, always screw up the order.
Right.
But this is the process side of things. How are you actually working to get things done, and how can you do it on scale, right?
That's right.
And, part of having a great process and having great partnerships is you got to have great people. So we are hiring like gangbusters. We just hired 8 people. We're just waiting for the badging and all to complete. We were busier than we could ever have imagined.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I
So
couldn't be happier for you.
Yeah, we're really blessed over here. We're really just working our butts off every day.
Blessed.
That's right.
Let's go.
That's what you got to be. Oh, I don't know why this door's open. Don't need to be. So check back here.
All right.
We won't spend too much time back here, but this is just shipping and receiving. We got a bay door. People come in, grab their stuff. So we do a lot of our own deliveries and stuff like that. So load up our van, head out, make deliveries during the day. So
Are you using any of the courier systems?
So we do. That's something that we have some partnerships where, if we need some materials to get here, we absolutely use them. But it's something that I'm looking at in the future too, is we just continue to get busier and busier. The vault just continues to fill. We fill the vault
Starts to fill out your core
as fast as we fill the vault, it ends up getting emptied out. So
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
let me just show you the vault right now. So I don't want to end the day, so everybody huddling
Not
up a
everybody
little
gets
bit.
in the vault. Let's go.
Let's go. This is Montana. Montana is our warehouse supervisor extraordinaire.
Hannah, Montana.
That's right.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
So Montana really keeps everything orderly and straight back here. I mean,
Yes, she does.
orders. Look, here's the truth. You can go out and you can sell it. You can do all of that, but what you really need to do, we talk about partnerships, we talk about people, and I think really that's where the rubber meets the road, especially back here, because the way that we present ourselves to our partners, the dispensaries, and the way that we're able to deliver, that makes an impression, right? So Montana's background is she actually was a general manager at a dispensary. She came over with us. She actually started with us a year ago. And she has presented our story and the brand that we carry in every package that she puts together. She's on top of those metric tags, everything.
And like you said to me, you've only been here a year.
Yeah.
So when you start something like this, when we start something new, the perception is the reality until you prove it.
That's exactly right.
And when you work with great people like this and you've got a setup like this, you can get there.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, it's really all about making sure that you can, this part of the business, I think, there's complexity here, right? Because you have to manifest your delivery, so you have to have the right to be able to transport it, right? That's one thing. But then,
so many dispensaries have resorted to a bland, impersonal shopping experience, where you often don't even get to see a sample of the cannabis you're planning on purchasing before you buy it. If you're looking for that extra personal touch, come check out High Roller Dispensary in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Our staff are avid cannabis connoisseurs who are sure to help you find the strains that fit you best. Whether you're looking for premium flower, edibles, concentrates, or tinctures, we have you covered with over 100 different strains to choose from, all of which are able to be seen, smelled, and thoroughly examined in our elegant showroom. If you're in a rush, we offer a seamless online ordering system that allows for in-depth exploration of all that we have to offer. So whether you're a novice or a seasoned stoner, be sure to stop by High Roller Dispensary and we'll make sure you're floating on Cloud 9 by the time you leave.
Marijuana is huge.
Hey, I'm OG Ganja Goddess, and you're watching Cough Country TV. Peace.
This is Chef Marvin Jane, and you're watching Cough Country TV, live from New York.
Right around here, 15 inches, maybe if you're younger, you go up to 19 inches, Yeah, you already went the big end.
Sometimes a CIO might make commitments to a CEO that they just can't fulfill. And it's very hard to succeed in those environments. You really want to be able to set the expectation right up front.
How would you feel with no sex, no weed for a month or two? I'm going to be really angry.
Just feel sorry for Jake.
Yeah, Jake's going to get fucked up.
Wow, this is
Phil. Yeah, for
this is all you. This is the Cough Country OG pink hoodie.
In terms of marijuana, I think it should happen.
Alrighty, gang, and we are back. What's going on? And we have gotten to what we have been waiting for multiple weeks, which is a medicated cheesesteak night. But before we talk about the medicated cheesesteaks, we also have lemonade. So, Pat, let's start with describing how this lemonade's made and how we get to the point where we're at right now. Now, we have to shake it well.
Yep, give it a shake. It's all natural. I squeeze all the lemons. It's water, lemon, sugar, and then it's a cannabis slurry, which is basically made with Delta-9 distillate and a few other ingredients, vegetable glycerin, soy lecithin, and just a few other simple ingredients to make it so it will be able to emulsify throughout the drink. And then that's it,
Delicious. And you could tell that it's kind of tell it's real lemon.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that little snap to it.
Yeah, you got me with the squeezed lemon.
It's
just fresh squeeze, just like my mama did.
Yeah, old school lemonade stand.
She made you
Cheers.
fresh squeeze. Your mom made you fresh squeeze.
It was tough. Growing up with my mom, fresh squeeze. You grow up in the '70s. You had real stuff, and then you go to people's house, and some people ain't made real, lemonade constitute and shit.
Well, they got the Minute Maid shit.
Yeah, or the Minute Maid. You know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate that.
Right
Yeah,
on.
man, I've
It's
told you, I
delicious.
stand behind everything, top quality all the way.
Amen.
So I'm not going to waste my time putting the label on it.
Super refreshing.
Yeah,
Unless
this is a great blend. It tastes great.
Yeah, this is really
Ice
good.
cold, freeze them, make margaritas with them.
Slushies.
Yeah.
I'm digging this. Infused Philly. Fresh squeezed lemonade.
Right on.
35 milligrams. These are my favorite ones, the lower dose. Like when we do like the teas or whatever, 35 milligrams is nice because you could, smoke a J or a blunt, have a lemonade on a hot day. Do lemonade with the cheesesteak or whatever. Go. It's like
take it
you
easy.
Throw 100 milligrams on top of a 100 milligram, meal.
Right. You're gonna be sitting.
Yeah, you're trying to last through the whole day.
You're gonna be sitting.
But there is some club members. That's all they want is the 100 milligram drinks. The stronger, the better.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I fall into that.
Give me the 100, John.
I know we fall into.
Give me the 100.
All right.
You know what? Like
I
used to be that way, but like the thing is, like, because I'd rather drink like 4 of these all day.
No, so you're right. You're right about that. I do believe that the 35 milligram
stretches you out.
Yeah, I like it.
Like
you
could
Summertime,
operate machinery. You could drink that and operate machinery.
Absolutely.
You could go to work.
Absolutely.
Now
I don't think
we won't smoke enough fatties.
I don't think OSHA would not agree with that. But I fucking agree with it. All right, so we're getting to the most featured part of the night. I can't fucking wait. We didn't eat nothing. We're all ready for this, man. This is like heaven coming. So, as I open this up a little bit, why don't you tell us the process and how? Because this is something that starts like a whole day in advance.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Technically, it's like 2 days in advance because I gather all the supplies, and so the orders will cut off on a Wednesday. Right?
Okay.
I put the order into Esposito's Wednesday night.
Esposito.
Yeah. So, that's another thing I should have mentioned. We were giving shout outs. Esposito's and KP's Fine Meats is a newer butcher out of Port Richmond, and now they have like a superstore in the Market of Fairway, Chestnut Hill.
I never heard of them. I know Esposito's from
Esposito's.
That's
what's up.
Yeah.
So certain people at Esposito's help me with developing certain things. Like there's unnamed people, unsung heroes of Esposito's that will cut me custom cutlets that have a specific pocket in them so that I can medicate it. And then when you drop the breaded cutlet into the oil, the shell forms, and then the chicken juice releases in with the medicated thing, and it's trapped in the shell. So every bite of the cutlet gets medicated.
Damn.
Hey, brother.
That's free science.
If you got me on that one,
up like that.
Hey, if you got me on that one, I know you got greedy.
That's an educated cook right there. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, I got piles like this of handwritten notes. Like everything is like I don't do nothing half-assed when I do it.
Holy shit! All right, well, so
I gathered the supplies.
Yeah, so tell us, give us the process. I'm going to open this up. I'm excited.
Go for it. You guys lay into it. I'll tell the story while you lay into it.
I'm so excited here.
So gather the supplies. We use ribeye. And then I medicate it on the day before, overnight, whole,
marinate,
medicated,
seeded roll.
I'm not going to get into the details of what it is, but of what that process is. But yeah, let's just say it gets injected.
Okay.
Wow. Look at the meat, the quality. Look at it.
And it's a whole piece of meat. I sliced all that this morning on a deli slicer.
So you buy this as one?
Yeah, one whole
one
rib
big
roast.
piece, and then it gets sliced down.
Mm-hmm. I medicated overnight.
Medicated before it's
24 hours whole, and then it gets sliced afterwards.
Medicated, then sliced.
Yeah.
Got it.
If you go through our Instagram, or I could probably find them somewhere in the vast archives of photos that we have, the marbling of like the ribeye, where the white specks of the marbling it gets a green tint to it by the time I medicate it for 24 hours.
Oh shit,
bro! Yeah. That's a good one.
That's when you know it's ready, huh?
Then, so that's all sliced up, ready to go. We do Cooper Sharp, shredded.
Cooper Sharp, that's the
and then what I do is I melt the butter, make a bechamel with the Cooper Sharp. We're basically like Cooper Sharp Cheese Whiz. And onions. I soften the onions in about, a small amount of cannabis butter so they get a greenish tint to them, but they're still not like translucent yet. Then as I'm cooking the steaks, you want onions, medicate onions, it'll add like 10 to 15 milligrams to your sandwich too.
Onions are well done. They taste great.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
First bite, I mean, listen, this roll and the meat and the cheese.
This isn't Sarcones. This is Licios, though. I will say that's who we use on
I like
our regular
Licios,
because
yeah.
you know, with our hours later in the day, it's harder to do Sarcones bread. You know.
Right, and listen, Sarcones is amazing, but Licios is pretty goddamn good.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Hey,
And I
in
mean,
good
we've
hands
been
in
losing.
Philly.
We've
Can't
been
go wrong
losing
with the
Licios. We've been using Licios probably since the second year of us doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I think it's interesting that it's prepared ahead of time. It's delicious. Where this is infused a day ahead.
Well,
Well, you need that time.
To penetrate the fat.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not going to happen right away.
You just want to cut up some ribeye and throw it in a pan. Throw some wheat butter in there.
Not the same.
Mostly all going to burn off.
Yeah, you're losing.
You know, because that meat.
Because you have to cook the meat at a certain temperature, and you're going to lose that.
And it's saving grace against cook-off. Here's another little tidbit I'll throw out there. The saving grace against cook-off when cooking things, especially high-heat things like a cheesesteak or whatever, is the fact that the internal temperature never gets to be high enough to cook it off. Even on cheesesteaks and stuff, it's little slimmer pieces of meat, that's tighter window, but still, it's just, applied science, if you will.
Listen, I can say that none of us have had medicated cheesesteaks before.
Have not.
But we've eaten a fuckload of fucking cheesesteaks in our time. I know we have. This is good shit.
This shit right
Greedy,
here.
what do you think?
Shit, bussin'.
Boston, right?
I tell you, I'll stand
Let's
behind
open up
it.
shop, baby.
You got, hey, if you want to do it, I got health problems, man. I'm not, I could oversee the quality and everything like that. You want to do the books? You want to do all the paperwork? I'm game.
Man, shit, we can talk.
I just ain't got the time for the paperwork or the math.
Wrap these
This
up.
is a great.
This is phenomenal.
This is great.
I ain't even got no mayonnaise on it.
We don't need no mayonnaise.
Kobe Bryant put mayonnaise on his cheesesteaks. That's a Philly thing.
That's a North Jersey thing, too. Mayonnaise on
Yeah,
cheesesteak.
I don't do the mayonnaise on cheesesteak, but I know people that do.
When I was a kid, I would do ketchup.
Well, ketchup, I put ketchup on the joint.
But if a cheesesteak is good, I just do a raw dog.
I thought black people don't
Well-
fuck with mayo.
I thought white people don't fuck with mayo.
I knew one of us don't fuck with mayo.
That's y'all.
That's white people.
It's white people?
I mean, I'm fucking with mayo, so. I'm
I
on
think it
team
depends
mayo.
on the person.
Right on.
I'm going to do a little light mayo on my sandwich.
I got a mean medicated mayonnaise recipe.
And we
From
have some
scratch, made with medicated olive oil.
we have some new friends in the hot sauce business that would be perfect right on here.
You had mentioned that.
Yeah.
I would be interested in a
True that
collaboration.
on to do that, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, we're excited about those guys as well.
So I want to let everyone know this is actually the first time, well, actually the second, that Phil let us eat at work.
Oh, damn.
And of course, it's because of the guests. We appreciate you. This is by default.
I mean, we wouldn't have much to talk about if we weren't eating.
Look, if you weren't here, we wouldn't be eating, man. Come back.
Yeah, no, I'm down. I'm down. I like
this
this.
is-
It's very comfortable. You guys are very hospitable.
Well,
It's a good
we-
time, man.
we enjoy-
good time.
we're
I
enjoying
like the
having you.
vibe. I like the back and forth. It's good.
Listen, this show almost, I mean, listen, we were 15 minutes late. This was on me because I was having such a good time talking to Pat before the show that I was late because, yeah, I knew on our phone call that we would click, and then obviously he got here. Pat, one of the things Pat asked me, which I think is hilarious, he says, we're going to have enough joints and stuff. I'm like, brother, we're going to have plenty of. We probably talked at, 10 o'clock this morning?
Yeah.
He said, my man goes, well, I've already had 10 dabs today. I'm like, I've already done 6 bong hits. You're coming to the right place.
Yeah. That was exactly how the conversation went.
Yeah, I'm like, you'll be fine here. We got you, bro. We got you. So,
Lifestyle.
yeah, so this is just absolutely delicious.
This shit banging.
So tell people again, I got to talk into the mic, but tell people again, Pat, how to get in touch with you, how they can be a part of this revolutionary
the club.
service you have.
When we add members, right now we're not adding members for the summertime. We normally will add people around over the course of the winter time. Probably right around the holidays, maybe shortly after. It's a $200 donation to the MS Center at Thomas Jefferson Hospital, and then that gets you in for life. There's only 3 things you could do to get you tossed out of the club. Share other club members' information, share the menus, or cancel a pre-order within 48 hours of delivery. And that's it. Anything other than that, you're good to go. You're in forever. We got club members that moved away during the pandemic, but when they come back and visit their relatives, they jump right back in. Like once you're in, as long as you play by those 3 simple rules, you're in for the rest of your life.
So when does registration start? You're gonna have a new member.
Yeah, well, you guys are good to go. You guys are good at it. You got to order anytime you want.
We're in. I love it.
I'll tell you the next 2 menus for this month. 22nd, crab cakes with Krabby fries. It's a Maryland-style deep fried. And there's a chicken and Pete style with the crab and the cheese sauce on top of the fries. You know,
like the white provolone sauce on top.
Well, it's a mix of it's provolone, white cheddar, and a little bit of Cooper. It's a 3 because I'm not trying to copy chicken and pizza exactly.
Right.
You know,
Doing your own damn
I'm
thing.
digging this Cooper a lot.
And then I put in the crab cakes. I use the lump crab meat, but for the fries, so it has a little sweetness. I use the claw meat, so it has that little bit of sweetness into it.
Damn, a true cook. You say you're not a cook or not, man. You know what you don't want.
I just follow my taste buds, and I'm stoned the whole time, so it takes me to good places. You know,
you're a natural cook.
So that's how it goes.
Provider of nutrition.
What do they call it? A gourmandizer. I can appreciate the gourmet side of life.
Hey, nothing better when you're hungry, motherfucker want to eat good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And no matter what, no matter what, who you are or what you do or how much money you got, a good meal makes you feel good.
It's tops.
Yeah.
No
Always.
Yeah.
Grady, let me ask you this. You do platters a couple times a year. Are you inspired here to kind of step it up or what? I mean, you're going to make some medicated platters now?
That's a whole different ball game.
It is another ball game. But I bet you Pat would enjoy the day hanging with you, and he'd show you how to do it.
Yeah, we could have some fun, man.
Tell Pat pour some of that stuff in that turkey grease.
There you go.
So let me tell Pat what he does. So T. Greedy, a couple times a year, you'll get a call from him just making platters. So he probably make like 100, maybe 100 platters. He's got multiple deep fried turkeys, and he makes these sandwiches. And he's got some sides that will go with it. Sometimes it's the cabbage and the ham. Is it bacon or what's with the cabbage?
You make the cabbage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's
Tabashi.
Oh yeah. So I knew there was some meat in
nice.
there. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like that sweet and thing.
Yeah.
So, and he just says, "How many platters you want?" People ordering platters like left and right.
Yeah, nice. Fuck, hells yeah. I could appreciate that. Definitely.
You do, bro.
That's the thing. There's, if you notice too on the Instagram too, there's a lot of there's the Backyard Cravings people that are getting a lot of hype right now. The South Philly prosciutto bread. There's a lot of post pandemic. There's a lot of people who, I mean, even myself, really, like most of what I do is allocated into what I'm capable of doing out of my home. Where like before the pandemic, it was always easier access to larger kitchens, commissary kitchens. So, but there's a lot of people that's like the post-pandemic age, like they're like, yo, you could just pop up and be like, yo, I'm doing platters for this weekend. Drop it a few days in advance. People pre-order. You don't lose no money.
That's Backyard Cravings. That's the guy in Roxborough that got the cheesesteak.
He is a cheesesteak guy. I'm not sure where he is.
Oh,
but that might be. Yeah. He's got a lot of hype now. Yeah.
My coworker showed me the other day.
Never heard of it.
It's the underground.
He got like at his house.
His yard set up nice. You got the Blackstone and everything going.
See, I like that creativity. I mean, listen, you don't have, you got to be cool. You got to be careful who you fuck with. You never know. You can get sick eating some fucking food that you don't know.
Right. We mess around with food.
Obviously, but the thing is, most people are like, go take a safe surf class. It's not, it's common sense.
It's common
shit,
sense shit. And listen, and if you're popping off on social media, then you ain't popping off if motherfuckers getting sick and shit.
Right. And the thing is, like, if you don't got a brick and mortar, like, what are they? Like, I mean, like, okay, like even though like the Backyard Cravings guy, like, they'll put it out and be like, okay, today we have 8 cheesesteaks available. It's not like they're, it's like they're selling 150 cheesesteaks or nothing like that. Like, no one's getting rich. They're doing it for the love of what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I doubt they're paying their mortgage and sending their kids to college.
No, but in a way.
And if they are, more power to them,
Right,
because I
right.
support that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, it's hard.
Just a little
It's
extra
hard. It's
income.
hard in this business to be in that spot where this is such a new industry and shit. So it's hard to
Right,
be in
and
that.
like the post-pandemic times, man, it's like a new, people who've been just in the business world. It's a different game now,
Well,
like-
you
these
get to
people
see
might,
people's talents. You get to see
Yeah.
some of their raw talents. Like, hey, when push
or like
comes-
people that would never even think of stepping outside of their comfort zone.
and they may be the next proprietors.
Right. Next thing you know, they're making cheesesteaks out of their backyard
Yeah.
or whatever their shtick is.
Should be
Like,
legit after
I mean,
that.
there's legitimate people who like. All right, here's another shout out: D'Amelio's Old World Ice Treats. That dude, him and his wife took like his grandparents' ice like gelato and stuff recipes, and started out like just small. I think they started in the pop-up game, and now they're like probably some of the top ice cream game in the city right now.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
would put them in my top 3 ice cream game in the city right now.
What's the name again?
D'Amelio's Old World Ice Treats.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And they've been, they've been around for a long time, but at this point, it's since before the pandemic at least.
And they medicated?
No.
And we got to talk to them.
Nah, but you know what? I have hit them up because they're great people. There's another great. Him and his wife are great people. But I have jokingly been passed it off and been like, yo, if you ever want to do something Medicaid, I'd love to do a collaboration with you. There's a few people I put that off to. But I think it's kind of they laugh. They're running a business of their own. They got they ain't got time to branch out and start trying to do weed science.
Man, let me say something. Amazing.
Man, this is our best guest right
I
here.
mean, listen.
Not only is he entertaining, informative, multi-talented, the cook skills is ridiculous.
Well, thank you.
And, I think there's a uniqueness to having a medicated cheesesteak. But when that fucking medicated cheesesteak fucking comes out better than famous cheesesteaks in town, you got something.
You got something going on here.
I told you I'll stand behind it any day.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
And this technically, forget about the medicated part. The reason why this cheesesteak is as good as it is because it was born out of desperation in a far-off land, in a far-off place.
My man. Felt home and had to get home.
Right, we needed it.
Yeah.
It was
Got
necessary.
home through that.
And if you really want to go, it started all the way in a different country to make its way here, because that's where it kind of started from.
That's where that's true. Technically,
the
original strains, the trim, the butter
came from Amsterdam. So
Right.
originated from seeds from Amsterdam.
To be honest with you, too, you could thank my cousin for that one because he was like, bring seeds. I was like, I'm going to Amsterdam. It was like the first time when I went over there. I was like, I'm going to Amsterdam. We'll be tattooing, blah, blah, blah. It was like, it was
bring seeds.
very exciting. Very exciting. I think I was in my 20s, it was very exciting, right? And my first thing, my cousin's like, get seeds. I was like, oh, damn, I never even thought about that,
Right.
And then, sure enough,
But that was a big thing, getting seeds.
Yeah.
Back
Especially
you
back
had to get
then,
some
there was
seeds
nowhere
so you
else
can
to
grow
go.
this shit. Yeah.
Where you could go in and literally you could be they'll be like, here, this is, you'd be like, I want these seeds. I wonder what it's like. And they're like, here, smoke some. And then you smoke some of the bud and buy the seeds. The Amsterdam model back in the day destroys anything that this country has going on
That's right.
anywhere in the whole country.
I remember.
Right now.
Listen, I remember they would advertise the fuck out of seeds in the back of the
Yes.
High Time magazines.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That was the thing back then. It was exciting.
That
Get
was
some
it,
seeds.
man. Seeds
I remember that now. You said that.
in the
That was back
High
day.
Times
Yeah.
magazines.
Yeah, this
And
was.
then it was just a dice throw whether they'd make it through the mail to you.
That's
or-
what I
That's
was
what it
about to
was.
ask,
I
man.
bet you some made it through, but again,
A lot
it's
made it through.
a different day and age in screening. It's not. You're not what you got today.
Right.
So I bet you a whole bunch of it made it on through.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so let me make an announcement here. On September 4th is the opening of the NFL season. And that game is right here in sweet old Philadelphia. And not only is it right here in sweet old Philadelphia, but it's between the Eagles
Here we go!
and the Cowboys. So you're a Cowboys fan, if everyone didn't know that.
Great Week 1 matchup.
And I'm an Eagles fan, if no one noticed that at this point. And so Todd and I have decided to take the Late Night Green show on the road to the tailgate area, to the people, and we're going to do a show there. It's not going to be terribly long. It's not going to be for hours and hours, but it's going to be a start and a finish, and we're going to try to bring to you what it's like to be at this game. You're going to hear when two friends chop it up to the extent where they might not be friends no more, like right up to that edge and shit.
We ain't friends now, motherfuckers.
Dumb bitch.
All right, well, okay.
Shit. When we get there, it's going to be great and intense. I know Phil, he's always trying to bring it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be cool.
Yeah, I'll be
You know
cool
what I'm
too.
saying?
Yeah, I'll be too. But everyone will hear you talk your smack, right?
I don't talk shit, man. I just be talking facts.
Bro, you talk more shit than anybody I know. So when especially comes to this football team of yours, bro, it's Greedy's staying out of it because I know he got his own football problems. But no matter, and I'll say this every time: Greedy ain't half as annoying with his team as you are with yours. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna have this show. We will dial in at times, but I think it's gonna be some like 5 to 7 or 4 to 6 or something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. We'll dial it in. We'll let everybody know. Eagles Cowboys, September 4th. We're going to be there.
And we want to meet the people. We want to meet
wanna
the
meet-
fans. We
yeah.
want to hear their input, see what they have to say.
Yep.
Want to
day
yuck
is
it up
that?
with them.
That's Thursday night football.
Thursday night, first
football,
game of the
first
season.
game of the season. There ain't no better way to get the season started like that.
America's team against
Right.
the Eagles.
Bullshit.
Yeah. There's going to be a fight, I'll tell you that. And I hope it's not between me and you, brother. So, all right. So, Pat, again, I want to thank you for these cheesesteaks. They were amazing. I enjoyed the shit out of them. And you know what, guys? There is, I don't know if we'll be here Thursday or not. I'm sorry for not knowing, but we're doing all kinds of new stuff. So it's really more important that we get everything that we want to set up for September than it is for us to, squeeze extra shows in right now. But, we may, and we'll see. But there's something that we need to cover tonight real quick before we get out of here, which is a big announcement that was made by our president yesterday. Did you hear it?
Tell us about it.
Well, we have the video. So what we'll do is we will play President Trump answering a question at the news briefing where he was telling the country and the world, frankly, that they were taking over the policing in D.C. because D.C. can't handle it themselves, I guess. So, so I don't know who this reporter is, but I think he's a little bit of a dick the way he kind of answered the question. There was like a follow-up. I think he's a little bit of a dick. So if you guys know who he is, please tell me. But let's go ahead and roll it, and let's see what the president had to say with this question.
Sir, there is reporting that the administration is going to reclassify marijuana. Would that send mixed messages that if marijuana is okay, some drugs are okay, but we're trying to clean up crime? How do they go hand in hand?
We're only looking at that. That's early, but somebody reported it, which is fine. We're looking at it. Some people like it. Some people hate it. Some people hate the whole concept of marijuana because if it does bad for the children, it does bad for people that are older than children. But we're looking at reclassification, and we'll make a determination over the next few weeks. And that determination hopefully will be the right one. It's a very complicated subject, the subject of marijuana. I've heard great things having to do with medical, and I've had bad things having to do with just about everything else. But medical and, for pain and various things, I've heard some pretty good things. But for other things, I've heard some pretty bad things.
Well, so I want to ask you guys, what do you think about that? Because this is about as public, whether you like what he says or not, and whether he's right, wrong, or indifferent, this is about as much as he has said on the topic that I've heard so far. And it would sound to me like the pressure of the momentum has kind of forced these guys into making one decision one way or another. That's kind of the way I'm reading it.
I mean, the conversation is happening with or without them. And,
Right.
you know, politicians instinctively have to keep up with the conversation to stay relevant.
Right.
You know?
And so do you want to be in or you want to be out, basically, right?
That's what it comes down
Because
to.
the train's moving. It's obviously moving.
I always do doubt all politicians do this. They, the political value of all the issues related to marijuana is a gold mine as a carrot that they dangle in front of you. You know, PA, every governor that we've had that since marijuana's been big in the last 10 years, they dangle it in front of us, all recreational, all kinds of stuff, but they never do nothing on it, right? Because once it's gone, once they act on it and it's done, then that angle's gone for them to string you along with the carrot. Once that carrot gets eaten, there's no more. There's no replacement.
Right, and it's a locomotive. Once it moves forward, it's not going back and covering the same ground again. It's moving forward, and
it has to get to the point, I believe, where the momentum is unstoppable, and then at the last minute they'll do it because there's a lot of momentum now, but I feel like there's a lot more coming before anybody's going to do anything serious. Yeah. It's still a talking point, as you could see.
It's a talking
he
point.
He said something, what did he say? Somebody leaked it. Who leaked it? Somebody leaked it so you could ask questions about it.
But he didn't seem to mind the leak so much because it's. But he seemed to say, yeah. I mean, we have to make a decision. He almost like, hey, he's very transparent sometimes.
I mean, you can't argue with the fact that there is undeniable medical use for marijuana, and recreationally speaking. You know, it's causes a lot less damage than a lot of other legal recreational things out there.
Well, I mean, I guess my opinion is he said, I've heard very good things about, medical marijuana, and I've heard very bad things about, everything else. And so, I mean, he has a very simplistic way of speaking about stuff, but I'm
pretty sure he's not sitting around burning joints either. No, even if he has back problems, I'm sure he's not that kind of guy.
And he doesn't. And supposedly he doesn't drink or smoke or do anything. And so kudos to him if that's what floats your boat. I respect the fact that he doesn't drink. I probably less respect the fact that he doesn't smoke. But listen, it's not for me to decide. But what it is hey, look at his comments, is what he's saying, and there's a level of transparency whether he means to do that or not. There's a level of transparency because he always tips his hand a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely not subtle about anything.
No, he's not. And so it sounded to me like they kind of needed to make a decision, like we're going to do that in the next couple of weeks.
It's definitely like being discussed behind closed doors because it's something that's in their face, basically.
So do I dare say we're a couple weeks away from rescheduling of fucking cannabis? Is that possible?
That would be good.
I would say kick that ball closer to the midterm election if it's going to happen.
Yeah,
but I mean, you know what?
To use as a weapon?
Well, or to use as a carrot to bring people in.
Doubt.
But I will say this. I have said that the last 3 midterm election cycles, that's going to be when they're going to pull the trigger on it.
I mean,
so if you're a betting man, don't bet on me.
I mean, listen. To me, I've always seen it as a golden ticket. Even if you're in a close race, fucking pull it out and use it.
So yet
nobody fucking
once
uses
it's gone,
these.
it's gone.
Yeah,
that's the thing, though, is that
nobody's fucking used it.
Because once it's gone, it's gone. It has no value once it gets cashed in.
That's true. That's true.
Because for them, it's not like even the tax revenue thing. You would think the recreational tax revenue thing alone that the state of Pennsylvania loses to New Jersey, frickin' Ohio, New York, every
and
state that
Delaware.
it touches. Yeah, Delaware. Every state that touches Pennsylvania has straight up recreational.
Except West Virginia.
All right, fair enough, right? But okay, but where I live like right along the Delaware corridor over there in Philadelphia. Every billboard is for a dispensary, and if you come over to any one of the bridges, As soon as you come over, that's all you see is dispensaries. Like back in the day, it used to be liquor stores and gas stations because it was cheap gas and cheap liquor in New Jersey. Now, some of those same buildings that used to be liquor stores in the 90s are now dispensaries now.
That's right.
Yeah, because you could go over there. But all my neighbors, they drive right over the bridge. They stock up and come back,
Yeah, just Pennsylvania's lost.
That's the thing, though. You would think the greed
you're talking about,
of the Republicans and the Democrats, of all of them, no matter what side they're on, because one thing politicians all share is unsatiable greed.
I mean, you're talking about at least
This is true.
You're talking about
that's politician 101.
Well, this is true.
I mean, listen, it's $500 million in lost revenue for Pennsylvania for every year they fuck around and don't get this done.
Pennsylvania's always been extra special, though, when it came to things.
Yeah. But Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but you know what, though? You could say good things about Pennsylvania, too.
You can say a lot. I mean, Pennsylvania doesn't snap to all the bullshit that the rest of these Northeast states snap
And
onto.
as far as all the places I ever lived, I will tell you this, Pennsylvania got the nice balance of everything. Like, you could have guns, and you could fish, and you could hunt, but like...
Because it's a blend. We really do have a purple state. We really do have a split
It is.
state.
It has the best of both worlds.
And that's why...
more so than anywhere else.
And that's why the
also,
states...
key thing is for any of the marrying types out there, Commonwealths are always better to get divorced in. Not that I've ever been married or divorced.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the Pennsylvania law. It's pretty good if you get divorced.
Yeah, because I have some people who that's was their saving grace.
Well, you know why it's fair? Because it just goes by an equation. It's just an equation.
Well, no, but
you can say all the shit you want, and at the end of the day,
but that's the thing. It's
an
common
equation.
sense equation.
What is
true? Right. It's based on what you make and all that shit. Yeah.
It's not based off of like who's scorned or whatever.
Right, or who fucks somebody else in the relationship too, because I'm sure that happened too.
New Jersey, we're calling you out.
Part of my French. So yeah, I mean that's my thought with the Trump thing. I kind of think this is going to move forward. I don't think he would be talking about it I mean, it wasn't fully favorable, but it was half favorable, and I think it's going to happen, bro.
Well, we'll see. That will be.
I mean, I would say it's more favorable than not favorable.
I think it's more likely to happen than not likely.
Well, the trend is going that way. Momentum is going that way.
Listen, what we need to do is we need to be ready to go live when this happens. It's one of the biggest news of all time for us.
But what's the nuances of the rescheduling, realistically? What does it change for you and me?
Let's find it.
I know.
What does it really mean?
In our day-to-day life, you know what I'm saying? What
I'll
changes
tell you
for
the
us?
answer to it. I'll tell you the answer to it. It's not going to mean dick.
Jack Bone, right? It's not like I'm going to have a bistro on the side of 95 right now with doing Infused Philly over there.
It's not.
Well, it make a difference legally, punitively.
Well, it makes a difference when it comes to research. It makes a difference when it comes to banking laws.
And then viable documented research.
There's a lot of benefits.
There's a lot of benefits, but it doesn't necessarily benefit me and you. It benefits.
And that's all long game. It's all long game. Like the
But here's why I'm for it. It doesn't have to benefit us. It moves the industry forward.
Yes.
You don't.
Yeah, I think it will.
It's long.
It will benefit some people.
You're not going to go to deschedule until you have a successful reschedule.
Well, the research is the only thing that's going to fuel a descheduling. Because there's nothing on paper that you can argue that point with.
But that's where you don't.
Anyone.
That's what you don't get at a 1 that you can get at a 3.
Right.
And then that can lead to something else, which can lead to something else, and hopefully blow it open. Right. That's what we want, right? We want to be able to buy Utah weed and Michigan weed.
I mean, we're all of the age where I'm sure at some point in our lives, like we have high school or however many years ago it was, where we were like, imagine someday weed might be legal. Like it seemed like a pipe dream.
Far-fetched.
Yeah.
Here's what I said. I also said this.
Here we are now, like literally discussing our various ventures in the weed game. Yeah.
I always said, man, if they could just put this fucking weed in some liquid form and we could just kind of vape it and people wouldn't smell it that much, game over.
Oh yeah.
Game over, bro.
I mean, I'll tell you.
And I only use this when I use this in the situations where I don't want to draw a lot of attention to myself.
Well, that's what it's for. That's what it's for.
I mean, I'll tell you this, man. When I spent all that time stuck in the hospital, and I told you we had all that weed butter around from the hydroponic room, like chest freezers full of it, right?
Right.
I was stuck in the hospital months on end, and I'd have people, they would, go to the dollar store, get those Betty Crocker, just add butter and an egg, fucking instant things, and bring me a tray of cookies. I'd be stuck in the hospital in North Carolina, in Philly, in Hanneman over here, And I just have a tray. I said, then they would just think, oh, somebody said brought him cookies, like to get well soon or whatever,
Right.
you know. And my boys, I'd be sitting there like blasted in the
They didn't know
hospital,
you were
like-
bent,
Yeah,
man.
and then or the nurse would be like, oh, you got cookies, and it's like the ones that were cooked. Like, don't eat them. They got weed in them, you know. Like,
There you go. that one nurse that's a pain in the ass.
Give her
a couple.
Give her a cookie. She'll shut the fuck. Or the bitch overnight on that keeps waking you up, man. You gotta give her a cookie.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
She'll fall
Knock
asleep.
her out,
Knock
yeah.
her out. She'll fall asleep. She
She'll
won't
have
wake
to
you
fall
up.
back.
I bribed my way out of a hospital one time when they were gonna cut
With-
my leg off. I
with
had a bad
weed?
infection. No, with money from the ATM. But still,
okay.
I bribed my way out of the hospital.
Brother, if you bribed your way out of the hospital with weed, man, we're going.
No, it would've been great.
We might have to go another hour.
But I
here.
did get home in time to smoke weed, after bribing my way out of the hospital.
Right on.
And I did save my leg.
Right on.
Second opinion was key.
Well, I gotta tell you guys, I enjoyed the hell out of Pat. This is great. I feel like we're old buddies from back in the
I
day
enjoyed
already,
the company
man.
too. It was a good time.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to doing
Great
this
to
again.
have you here.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll do a different menu and mix it up or something.
We would love that.
Yes.
And there's all kinds of stuff that we can certainly talk about as time goes on here. We're excited about it. We're excited to have you here. We're excited to know about what you're doing and be able to share it with everybody else. Beyond that, the food was absolutely amazing. And it's a shame you guys won't be here in about 40 minutes from now. So, all right, so here's the deal. Obviously, guys, if you enjoyed tonight's show, like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend. We're going to be at the Eagles Cowboys tailgate on September 4th. And we will get you the times and, probably the approximate location. I don't know how exactly it can be, but you'll find us. You'll find us. They'll find us. Just you can
Follow the cloud.
Yeah, just look for the cloud, man. Maybe we'll put the blimp up. Who knows? But again, Pat, thank you for being here. Enjoyed having you.
It was a pleasure, man. It was a pleasure to meet all of you guys too.
Really enjoyed it. T Greedy. Basically, if there's food in the house, T Greedy is here. No platter needed.
You know this.
No platter needed tonight. We took care of business, and so I think he's pretty satisfied.
Yeah, we good.
Mr. Todd, what do you got to say?
Man, listen, you know what? It's summertime.
Yep.
We got a few weeks left.
Yep.
Weeks left. Or what? A few weeks. I guess about a month.
Yeah.
In the September, right?
September, summer still.
Mid-September, yeah.
Yeah, so make sure everybody, gets it in and make sure you do the damn thing.
Hey, what do you think about us doing a show on a barge at the river?
Man,
at
shit.
nighttime with a plank, and if somebody fucks up, they just got to walk the plank.
Damn, this motherfucker right here.
He ready to kill somebody.
I ain't going. It might be
That's
me.
some dirty-ass water.
Yeah.
T Greedy? No?
No, I
We
ain't
gonna
going.
stay
Not
on the
that
ground.
night by no
If
water.
we're sitting at a table on our boys' barge, just pushed out in the middle, anchored down with some lights out there, no?
No.
All right, guys. I tried. Maybe
I mean, a barge. We need to get like a party boat or a luxury.
Phil going big time.
Well, but this river can't handle a boat like that, bro. This
That's
is
true.
a smaller thing. But we'll
is true.
we'll explain it to you. But anyway, guys, thank you for being here. We enjoyed the hell out of it. Late Night Green, like, follow, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Huzzah.
Phil trying to kill somebody.